VC, what's up? Chris, come back here, make another video with you. Had a great week. Andre Lindeleg came in town Wednesday, and then we went digging over in Fort Worth, straight from the airport. Went over there and yeah, found some cool records. I'll probably show those in a different video once I get them all cleaned and everything. But we hit up maybe 4 or 5 stores, 4 I think, and then met up with Steve Carlson and another member, Terry, who actually lives here in Dallas. Didn't know anybody else lived in Dallas for records, so that was kind of cool to meet up with somebody else. But anyways, yeah, this video just some jazz, some punk in here, I think, some whatever, a little bit of everything like usual. Try to kind of mix it up a little bit. So anyways, oh yeah, and then Steve and I went digging the following day before he left, Forever Young Records here in Dallas. So, but that's another video. Had a great time with you guys. Hopefully we can do it again at a different time. So what we're listening to right now is Bobby Hutcherson, Components. Oh, Blue Note. Not bad. Freddie Hubbard, James Spaulding, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, and Joe Chambers. So excellent lineup. This one I found at an estate sale, believe it or not. Not one that I normally see at an estate sale, and it wasn't even advertised. This is Hum. You prefer an Astronaut? They're probably their most famous album, I would say. Great album. 1995 on Cargo Records, and this actually came with like all kinds of like ordering forms. I guess Blink-182 first came out. They were on Cargo Records out of San Diego, so that was kind of neat to see that. But this is an original pressing, not one you see very often. So that was pretty neat to find that. And at the same estate sale, I found these 3. This is a band called Scream, Fumble. So a lot of you guys might know this. This was Dave Grohl's, I don't want to say his first band, but it was before Nirvana. So this was when he was still in Washington, D.C. This is 1993 on Discord Records, which is a great label. Let's see, Peter and Franz Stahl, Skeeter Thompson, and then Dave Grohl also sings on here. He does lead vocals on one of these, believe it or not. So that's pre-Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl on vocals, so that's kind of cool. So that was nice to find, original press there. I don't think they go for too much money anyways, but I don't think he joined that band until later. I think they were already a band, and then he came in like about, I think that was his second album he was on, but that was the last album they did, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But and then this was also at the same house on Discord Records. This is Fugazi Repeater. Just a great punk album. Can't even believe I found this stuff at an estate sale. I mean, it really is odd. They had some other stuff too, but it was way overpriced. These were, you know, not $2. They were, you know, in the $8 range, which for an estate sale was quite a bit. But yeah, very, very cool. And another one. This is Red Medicine by Fugazi. Another cool one. Also on Discord from 1995. Discord was out of DC. Very, very cool label. This next one I got on eBay. It was very cheap. Got some damage to the cover, but I'm fine with it. Wayne Shorter. Been wanting this album for a while. Speak No Evil. This is the you know, the White Bee. I'm kind of starting to get to the point where, do I want the original pressings? Of course. I mean, I always do. But I think I just want the music until I can find that. You know what I mean? So I think I paid with shipping. I think this was like 12 or 13 bucks or something like that. So I mean, this will more than hold me over. Just a terrific album. Freddie Hubbard, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, Elvin Jones. I mean, Wayne Shorter, truly is terrific. Really didn't do a whole lot of bad things in his career. Next one was one I never even heard of it, and I saw it on eBay, and I love this label. I have some great Eric Dolphy stuff on this label, so I thought I would give it a try. This is Chet Baker Soft Breeze. That's on the Limelight label. Sorry about the glare here, man. Yeah, pretty cool. It's a stereo pressing. I think this is from like 1964. I'm gonna show you this. It actually comes with this little like book on the inside, kind of like a little weird little flip book here with some writing and pictures and stuff. Kind of neat. But yeah, I thought that was kind of a cool album. Who plays on here? Phil Urso, Frank Strozier, Hal Galper, Michael Fleming, and Charlie Rice. So very, very cool. One I hadn't really seen a bunch. This next one's a monster. This is the Kenny Burrell Quintet with John Coltrane. It's a green label. I actually got this for, I don't even know. It was under $10 on eBay. So pretty cool. It's a monster of an album, like I said. It's a later one on Prestige. I think the original cover was different than this too. Yeah, obviously Kenny Burrell, John Coltrane, Tommy Flanagan, Paul Chambers, and Jimmy Cobb. I tell you what, if you ever see this, pick it up because it is a killer. Next one also purchased on eBay. This is Etta James. This is self-titled. It's an original on Argo. Little writing on the label there, but truly a beautiful album. Obviously, At Last is, her hit and everything, but this is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful album. Her voice is just, awesome. And yeah, glad to have that to the collection. Still looking for an original At Last. This is like my third album from her, but the hunt will continue. Next one, Richard Davis on Cobblestone. This is the Philosophy of the Spiritual. You can kind of see him standing there, very spiritual 70s, because I think this came out in 70. When did this come out? 1970. Come on, where's it at? I don't know, but Richard Davis, Chick Corea, Sam Brown, Sonny Brown, and Frankie Dunlop. So Richard Davis on the bass. He's playing it, with the just like a stand-up bass, not plucking. So I don't know what you call it or whatever, but very, very interesting, very cool, something very different. Next one, Hank Jones, Here's Love. I think this was a soundtrack, I believe. I think it was a movie called Here's Love. Let's see here. But the players on this, that's what had me. I should just start leaving these out of the sleeves before I do it. Hank Jones, Kenny Burrell, Milt Hinton, and Elvin Jones recorded at Rudy Van Gelder Studios. This one is on Argo. Yep, it's on Argo, silver label. This is one you don't really see very often. I hadn't really seen it either, but just kind of popped up, and I kind of popped on it, kind of blindly, and yeah, it's really nice. A lot of songs, it seems like. They're all about 3-4 minutes, which is kind of different for jazz, that normally just 2 or 3 songs per side, but this one has about 5. And yeah, it's just, I think they're trying to make quick little sound clips for the movie, so that's the reason for the length. But yeah, very enjoyable album. Don't let the cover throw you off with all the hearts and stuff. Very, very cool. Another one off eBay. It's an original stereo pressing. Lou Donaldson, Gravy Train. Had all kinds of tape here on the cover, which I tried to get off. But yeah, I got most of it off and came out. I think I did a pretty good job actually from what it looked like before. I should have a before and after. But original stereo pressing, New York, USA. Very nice find. Lou Donaldson, Herman Foster, Ben Tucker, Dave Bailey, and Alec Dorsey. Just another. The more I listen to Lou, the more I really like him. So definitely been picking up a lot lately. And his catalog, depending on which ones you get on Blue Note, are relatively reasonable compared to others. So very, very nice. This one, this was actually an auction I won. I usually don't do auctions on eBay. I'm usually a buy it now and just kind of wait for it. But this one was listed as VG. It had some stickers and stuff on the top. I thought I cleaned this up pretty well. I already have a stereo pressing, first stereo pressing. This is like a reissue mono from like 1963 or so. This is Cannonball Adderley's Something Else. Very nice to have a mono pressing. New York, USA labels. You know, like many say, it's kind of a Miles Davis album, but Cannonball's name on it. But one of my favorite jazz albums. So it's very nice to have a mono and a stereo. I got to give the nod to the mono, as usual, with old Blue Notes. The mono just sounds better. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my system. Don't know, but truly a terrific album. You guys all know it. I'm not going to go into detail on it. So, but nice to have that. This next one I'm still iffy on. It's also a Blue Note, first mono press. This is Freddie Roach, All That's Good, or Frederick Roach on this one. There's some singing on here. First mono press there. This has Conrad Lester, Calvin Newburn, Clarence Johnson. Not sure who the singers are, but they sing on a couple tracks, and it's kind of an odd Blue Note album, to be honest with you. Still, my feelings are still kind of iffy on it, so I don't know. We'll see. Next one helped me get closer to having my original pressings for Beastie Boys. This is Check Your Head, one I've been wanting for a long time. So What You Want, Pass the Mic, both on here. Very, very cool. A little bit of damage on the inside cover, but I did not pay retail for this, which is nice. The vinyl was terrific. Oh, excuse me. It's probably my, I want to say third favorite Beastie Boys album. So very nice. Now all I needed is Ill Communication. I will have all first pressing Beastie Boys albums, which is very cool. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a completist, but I am with certain groups and Beastie Boys I kind of grew up on. So one that I definitely would like to complete my discography on. So next one, Kenny Burrell, Ode to 52nd Street. I think I got this at got this at in Denton at the Recycle Books. I'm sorry, man, I can't even think right now. Let's see who plays on here. Man, it doesn't really even say. But yeah, just a nice little album from 1977 on Cadet. Yeah, doesn't really talk about who's on here, so. But there's the Cadet label. It was conducted by Richard Evans, so it's kind of like a symphony-esque. Still enjoyable, but not my favorite Kenny Burrell album. But this was like $3 or $4, so I had to pick it up. Had to, right? Same thing at Recycle Books. One that I did not have for the Miles collection, which I think I might jump on board and show my Miles collection here pretty soon. This is Tutu. I think this is once when he came back from hiatus when he joined Warner Brothers Records in like early 80s. So this is mid 86. So like I said, not my favorite Miles period, but it's still enjoyable. Everything is different with Miles, and I appreciate that. And this is no exception. I think it's a good album. It's just, is it my favorite? No, I'm a Prestige Miles, early Blue Note Miles guy. So, but I still I don't hate it. So next one, also happy to find Chet Baker. This is the most important jazz album of 1964-65, which is debatable. White label promo though, that's kind of cool. Not one you see every day on Cool Picks. Let me see here. Charlie Rice, Jimmy Merritt, Hal Galper, Phil Urso. So kind of the same lineup as the one I showed earlier. The Baby Breeze, kind of the same lineup he's playing with. So very, very nice album. Chet didn't do much wrong in my eyes. So got this one at an estate sale. See this group, and I always have to pick them up. They're one of my favorite trios, the Ronettes. This is their the Cool Picks years, 1961 to 63. So I Want a Boy's on here. What's So Good About Sweet 16? Let's see here. He Did It. So Be My Baby's also on here from 1963, and Baby I Love You. So that's on the second side. So very, very cool. That's a nice comp. Next, also at Recycle Books up in Denton, Dave Holland, Sam Rivers. I think this is just a self-titled, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, self-titled on Improvising Artists. Kind of a different label with the little head there. Very, very nice. Dave Holland, Sam Rivers, obviously. Can't remember who else plays on here. I think it might be just the two of them, actually. Yeah, just the two of them. Paul Bley produced this album, which is kind of cool. Recorded in 1976. So, very, very nice album. Nice to have that in the collection. This one was also at Recycle Books. It's the OJC pressing. Art Farmer, Gigi Grice. When Farmer Met Grice. Very nice album. Art Farmer I've always liked. Gigi Grice is someone that I don't have a lot of in the collection, but something I need to change. Let's see who else plays on here. Two different sessions, but Kenny Clark plays on one. Horace Silver, Percy Heath, Freddie Redd, and Addison Farmer play on the other one. Very nice album. If you see this or an original, pick it up. This was like $5 or something. So. And this one, I was kind of surprised to see this one in the $5 bin. Zac Brown Band. Like greatest hits. Pretty cool gatefold there. All their hits on here. Chicken Fried, Toes, Free, As She's Walking By with Alan Jackson, Colder Weather, Knee Deep with Jimmy Buffett. Yeah. Very, very cool to find that, I think. And the last three, got some reissues here. A group called Slick Shoes. They were a Christian, well, they are a Christian punk band. I think I showed a live album that I got from them a while back. This was the first album I got from them. This is Rusty. It has a song on here called Regrets that, I mean, I must have played a million bazillion times when I was in high school. So very, very cool to find that. And this one came out after that. This is called Burn Out. These are all in colored vinyl too, but a lot of you guys don't even know who Slick Shoes is, so not too big a deal that I show you the vinyl, I don't think. Just more of the same. Great melodic punk. I don't want to say indie because it's more punk to me, but yeah, very enjoyable on Tooth and Nail Records, which is who MXPX was also on. And we got the last one, Wake Up Screaming. So very, very cool. They did like a little package deal for these, which was nice. So it was like $10 cheaper if you bought all three, and that's exactly what I wanted. So very, very cool. There's the guys right there. So that's it, VC. That's what I picked up. Once again, thanks to Steve and Andre for coming out to Dallas, spending some time digging, and yeah, really had a great time. Hope we can do it again in the future. I'm sure we will. And hope everyone else is doing well at VC. Been watching a lot of videos. I'm going to be doing a 500 sub contest here pretty soon. I never thought I would even get to that number. So thank you to everyone who watches. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully, you guys. I know I'm not the best with music knowledge or anything. I'm just kind of showing what I get, and hopefully that's enough. So, anyways, talk to you guys later, and I'll be watching your videos. See ya.